If you like me and you've been waiting for the latest and the greatest, trying to find out what's hot and what's not, I invite you. Take off your coat. Why don't you stay a while? Let's take a listen to some of the new music that's coming out from not only the Bay Area, but also from the East Coast, from down south and everywhere else. We're looking for what's hot. You know what I mean? DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay, give you my reaction analysis.
How y'all feel out there?
About to be possessed of the sounds of I represent the Yay area.
They say we was ahead of our time. Quiet as it's kept, they say the streets wasn't ready yet. But now did we fret? Nope. That just made us come much doper. The distributors dissed us. They say the vulgar language was way too vicious. Man, they was way out of line for that. They took in all these rappers that was hella whack. Now folks, would you pop to this? Pertaining to the clique having the gift to spit. You got to be original, man, with heck of gang. You can't be lame. What is a rap without the slang? With your luck, with your vision, take the tape into the room and then listen. While your palms get to sweating with tension. Yeah, check this part out though. Look here. Yeah.
Represent the Yay area.
Once again, it is I, says me, DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay. That is the Bay Area of California, most notably in Richmond, California, but DJ'd all around the Bay Area, you know what I mean? And in various other places too. So shout out to you for locking in with me, locking in with us on today. This is a new program. It's called DJ Ron's Reaction Analysis, where I listen to music for the first time and react to it and give an analysis, whatever that is appropriate. You know what I mean? So we're looking for some timeless classics, as you stated in my name, as I stated in my name, I should say, classic DJ. You know what I mean? It's not always too easy to recognize the brand new songs and if they're classics or not. But, you know, if you got a good ear, you know, as a DJ, we have to make and break some of the new songs or whatnot. So we're going to do that today with your help. You know what I mean? There's some other subscribers who have been here, but who've been following the series Flow Improve. Understand this is the same type of thing, but again, with new music. But I got to give a shout out to my recent subscribers, the new subscribers that have come my way, who have come to the channel. The goal is to get to 5,200 subscribers by July 5th of 2025. That is my birthday. Also, y'all know that's the late great Mac Dre's birthday. You know what I mean? 1973 for me. He was born in 1970. So shout out to Mac Dre. You understand what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for this weekend's Flow Improve, a couple of artists from the Bay. I'm sure that most of y'all have heard of them, but it's a chance to take a look at their music in a different light. You know what I mean? Put a microscope or, you know, a magnifying glass on that stuff, though. But, you know, I was talking about the new subscribers. Shout out to Norris Sr. It might be pronounced Norris. Like the way that y'all spelled, though. Norris Sr., thank you for being a subscriber to the page. I've also subscribed to your channel and look forward to seeing what you got going on. Next, not least, is Mac Wayne. Shout out to Mac Wayne, one of the recent subscribers to the channel. Appreciate your subscription. Gave you one as well. And then to Truck Driver. Now, I know it's probably a lot of truck drivers. As a matter of fact, that's a good idea to listen to this while you're driving that truck or whatnot. Make sure you got some good headphones on or system turned up. You know what I mean? If you're riding around and you got beat in your Jeep, it don't matter how you're doing it. Beats headphones. Just make sure it's turned up, turned on. You know what I mean? So you get that bass action, all that good stuff. Because I got a concert going on over here. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Truck Driver, 2131 Rodney to be specific. All right. Then I got to say what's up to my supportive subscribers. These are people that have been around who comment on videos and everything else. Appreciate the dialogue. I appreciate your points and whatnot. So with that being said, the True Forum, shout out to the True Forum, and then to the Ohio Boy 937. I'm not sure if that's the area code, but shout out to the Ohio Boy. You understand what I'm saying? So look, we're going to go ahead and get into our first song. This is, I believe, the 4th episode. So remember to lock this in, y'all. We're going to do our best to come every Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe we should say Wednesday and Friday, huh? Might do Wednesday and Friday, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Still working all out, but definitely on Wednesday if it's 5 songs or whatever it is. And then if there's more than that, then we'll go ahead and do the 2nd episode. So whatever it is, just be locked in. We're doing it as we go, but we want to do it well as we're doing it. Understand what I'm saying? So the first song we're going to get in today is by J-Hope and Glorilla. Now, I personally never heard of J-Hope. I'm a fan of Glorilla. I like her. I like the way she look. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? She got a little flow to her about herself too. You get what I'm saying? But reason why I'm approaching this carefully is because I got copyrighted on my last video. cat named Nims featuring Lotto. And understand when I do this, I'm not doing it to try to monetize off y'all stuff. Of course, you know, who don't want to get paid? But here's what I'm trying to do. Bring more attention to your music. So if you got something new that's hot and everything else, send it to me. I'll do a reaction to it. Remember, I don't know how tight the song is because I haven't listened to it yet. But I'm also going to include in my links the original video so you can take a listen to it for yourself. You know what I mean? You can go hear it for yourself. Now, this one right here does not have a YouTube video, but it can be found on Spotify. It's called Killing It Girl, featuring Glorilla, J-Hope. Let's get it. And you got the lyrics.
You are now tuned in to the one and the only J-Hope.
You're killing it, girl. You're killing it, girl. 10 out of 10, oh, you killing it, girl. Daddy's not your friends, oh, you killing it, girl. You're killing it, girl. You're killing it, girl. Camera in the lamb, oh, you killing it, girl. Oh, we got a man, oh, you killing it, girl. Runway ready, gotta get some confetti, cause we gotta celebrate like it's your birthday. Looking like a 20 from Korea to Miami, oh, I wanna get with you in the worst way. Should be a crime, just look that fine. Girl, if you're single, let me make you mine. Call a nurse before it gets worse. I'ma really need first date. You're killing me, girl. You're killing me, girl. 10 out of 10, oh, you're killing me, girl. Daddy's not your friends, oh, you're killing me, girl. You're killing me, girl. You're killing me, girl. Camera in the lamb, oh, you're killing me, girl.
Yeah, I know.
You got a man, oh, you're killing me, girl.
Murder for hire, might go miles. Keep my foot up on they necks and my heels high. Might take a man and tell you, go take it to trial. I'm dead serious, the baddest chick alive. Better get inspired. Bottles getting pulled up, he must be a type. The way he tryna roll up, lawyers getting high. They know I be killing it, blood on the scene. Period. He said, y'all be killing it. I said, I do this every day. Money talk, little baby. I can't hear you, what you say? Ooh, there go the yellow tape. Now sit back and pay attention, and let me show you how to slay.
You're killing me, girl. You're killing me, girl. 10 out of 10, oh, you're killing me, girl. Daddy's not your friends, oh, you're killing me, girl. You're killing me, girl. You're killing me, girl. Camera in the lamb, oh, you're killing me, girl. Oh, we got a man, oh, you're killing me, girl. 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 You're killing me, girl.
I'm not sure how y'all felt about it, but I thought it was slapping. We in this phase nowadays where folks want more streams. Of course, the song was hot, and I guess the whole idea is to make me feel the way I feel now. What do I feel now? I wanted more. I wanted another verse or some dude should have came back and cleaned up to what she said. You know what I mean? Because she kind of went in on him. You know what I mean? Let's go back to "Don't Fight the Feeling" by Too Short. You know what I'm saying? He buzzed, then they buzzed, then he came back again on it. You know what I mean? And then y'all know when he came at the end, yeah, man, the little girls got real. What did he say? No, man, the little girls got ill. So now it's trying to get way too real. And then he killed it off. That's how dude should have came back on this song. But everybody want to be under that 3-minute mark, so you go back and listen to it again. I just felt like he should have came back. All in all, I gave it B to 8, though. It's 8.5. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna stick with the 8. I don't know. I know where them drums came from, but I can't think of what it is, though. It's definitely a sample. But it was cool, though. It's going to be a theme song. You're going to have some girls going to walk into their birthday party with this song on right here. You know what I mean? When it's time for the DJ to bring her in, she's going to come in on a song like that. Very, very appropriate for it. And then Glorilla, she was spitting. She was spitting, you know what I mean? So on that one, I gave the flow a 8.0 initially. But then when she got to the part talking about the blood on the scene, I had to dock her half a point. So I bumped it down to a 7.5. I mean, folks gonna talk their talk. Hip hop is an art. You know what I mean? We understand it's an art form, but unfortunately, the art is being emulated in real life. You know what I mean? A young lady in my town just lost her life. Got into it with another lady, and actually they're kind of grown. You know what I mean? They were actually grown women, but guns came out. One killed the other one. You know what I mean? I think they both got shot. I don't know. I don't want to perpetuate the rumor. I just know two girls fighting, two women fighting, gun comes out, one of them's dead, funeral being planned. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is we need to push each other away from this violence and stuff. You know what I mean? It's been a problem. And I know Glorilla's been in and out of jail or been in jail at least one time recently. And of course, you want to capitalize off of that. But it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm older now that I just feel like, you know, you got to capitalize and push it in a different direction. You know what I mean? We gotta get that narrative out of there. You know what I'm saying? Let these ladies know that you could be women. You could pull up in a lamb, even if you ain't got no man. But blood on the scene. Why? That's all I want to know. Why? All right. So look, there we go, y'all. Again, if you missed it, 8.0 on the flow. On the beat, and then a 7.5 on the lyrics. Cool song though. It's a cool song. I think the ladies gonna love it. Now, before I get into this next song, and matter of fact, I believe it's a video, I just want to say this. I'm not sure if it's E-40's song or not, but I don't have an artist listed as who it is. But E-40, and I'm told, or it looks like Too Short is in the video or in the song, as well as Keek the Sneak. So shout out to Keek the Sneak, one of them Oakland greats who, still got something to say when he pick up that microphone. You know what I'm saying? But before I get into the video, I want to say this. As a DJ, I do take special requests, so I try to get at least one in every week. And I had a request by Oz the Man, 1977. Oz the Man, he asked me for a song by somebody named Fremont and Ryder J, Sideways. I just want to let you know, bro, I couldn't find it. So if you have it, definitely put it in the comments somewhere. You know what I'm saying? The video, you know what I mean? But understand on this right here, ReactioNalysis, we're doing new songs. You know what I'm saying? Somebody snuck in a Story X old school song. It's cool. You know, it wasn't a video, but it didn't fit the video because it was an older song. All right. So we want to break out the new songs that's out. All right. That's what this is all about. So speaking of new songs, this video is not very old. E-40, Can't Stop Me, featuring Too Short and Keek the Sneak. I'm assuming there's another artist. I'll stand corrected. We'll talk about that on the back end. But here we go, y'all. ReactioNalysis.
Where? Where you from? Vallejo. What you cast like? Shell. What kind of bag your lady got? Chanel. Smoking helium. I'm lifted. I've been getting money since money existed. I've been a paper plotter since a toddler. When I'm late, I might just take a helicopter. The fabric that I'm wearing come from Italy. You're not gonna find me at Disneyland at Club 33. I stay in the burbs, I'm in the cut like surgery. You must have been sleeping up under a rack if you ain't heard of me. I've been thinking about buying some property up in St. Thomas. They be liking to eat falafel and dip it in hummus. I'm in the Michelin star restaurant, I ain't at Sonic's. You remember flowers in my brunch, pay me homage.
See what this is about. She ain't gonna see me again. Do it on her own, see if she could win. I'm a champ, I celebrate. Stay the fuck away from me, you hella fake. I don't care if it don't seem fair and you don't get it. You ain't no team player, bitch. If I ain't with it, I'm inside her mind, but I ain't trying to get it. She just wants sex, she wanna do me. Money coming in, I said, bitch, give it to me. If I let her keep it, she gon' spend it. I'ma take it all and I'ma keep on pimping it. You think I got a lot of women? You wonder why I keep having our bitch? You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now.
Okay.
Brick house from the south, super duper black. 15 for a flux on a school block. Jumped in, he said, don't get the property. Tuck in the backside, break, broke the shit. Let me tell you about that burger yummy. She sucked it so good, you can put it in a can sell it. Shit, motherfucker will be rich. I see dollar signs. Couple $100 every time. Couple hundred times. Money mine, money gone soon as money sing. Keep the cotton brown, slipping, go strip it when it rain. Yeah, I mean, that's my motherfucking word for season. For sure, you know that I'm taking it easy. I'm 2 P's, even one crazy. Extra spit on the dick, yeah, I like to sleep. Rock around, 4-pack clutch, on a set. Then I'm squeezing for our fuck music, it's a rap.
How y'all feel about that
feel
one?
out there?
As for me, I give it I give that an 8.5 for the beat. A little something different, you know what I mean? Definitely original. And I'm going to give it a 9.0 on the flow, you know what I mean? Speaking of the flow, I don't know if you peeped it or whatnot. That was not an actual video, but well put together by, I guess, Slapstar or whoever did it. Well put together, you know what I mean? But the song was cool, though. It was definitely was saying something. May have to come back and do a lyric video for that. So, Slapstar, if you have a problem with it, just holler back at your boy, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was pretty cool though. That we got three legends out of the Bay Area on that one. Two of them is on the Mount Baymore. That's the Bay Area's Mount Rushmore. That's why I call it Mount Baymore. And Kick the Sneak is definitely honorable mention in top 10 on most people's lists. If not in the top 5, he's top 10. You know what I mean? So shout out to Kick, man. I hope you get well soon, man. Be able to stand up on that stage real soon and keep on bringing them hits, man. Giving us the heat that you've been given throughout the years since what? 1995, I believe it was. Boss Ballin'. When I first heard 3 Times Crazy. So shout out Kick the Sneak. Look out for his flow improve real soon. Already, y'all, we're about halfway through. And his next song is by a cat that I got a little bit of love for. You know what I'm saying? As far as I've only heard a couple of his songs. I believe he was first called A Boogie with a Hoodie. I believe the same cat, Westside Boogie, is the same person. I thought A Boogie with a Hoodie was from Detroit or somewhere. I didn't know. You know what I mean? But I heard him and DJ Quick on the track together and found out that he was definitely out of L.A. Now the name is Westside Boogie, if it's the same dude. But he usually has something to say. So this particular song does not have any lyrics. And here I go again, taking a chance on copyrights. Once again, I'm just trying to highlight the new music that's coming out, give y'all shouts out, you know what I mean? And point some people towards y'all page. You understand what I'm saying? One good turn deserves another, you know what I mean? It's not a competition, it's a coalition as far as I'm concerned, you know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Rodney Alamo Brown about that Richmond, California. Same birthday, we think alike. Great minds do that. All right, so here we go. This was called Toxic Love by Drowsy featuring Westside Boogie.
Everything lately really just been low as fuck. Solo, dolo, posted up. Shit got bad, almost folded up. Remember I was meant for being born too late, I'm not old enough. Why the fuck I ain't listen when they told me stop growing up? Ain't have a choice, so much noise, I got woken up. Talk so much that the eyes ain't never really open up. I just think that it's hopeless, bruh. I don't know if I can focus up. This feels like it's more than mud. I don't know how to stop the flood. Fix that with a vodka buzz. I can fix that problem with all sorts of drugs. That's why I ain't pour too much. If I don't, I might do too much. Two sides to the coin, it's a toxic love. Two sides to the coin, it's a toxic love. I don't know where I'm going, I got lots to go. I've been putting in this work for a lot of years. Even with that said, I've been yet to blow. Must be crazy if you think that I'm stopping here. I just thought that I say this to let y'all know. Two sides to the coin, it's a toxic love. I don't know where I'm going, I got lots to go. Putting in this work for a lot of years. Even with that said, I've been yet to blow. Crazy if you think that I'm stopping here. I just thought that I say this to let y'all know. Thought that I say this to let y'all know.
Two sides to the coin, it's a toxic love. Two sides to the coin, it's a toxic love. Two sides to the two sides to the coin, it's a toxic love. Two sides to the coin, it's a two sides to the coin, it's a toxic love. Two sides to the coin, it's a two sides to the coin, it's a toxic love.
To the coin, it's ironic, can't tell where I'm headed. I understand why you threaten. Turn your fears into leverage. Turn your tears into weapons. Gotta steer through the stressing. I see you deal with the challenge. Steady you calling for help, you so hard on yourself like your feelings ain't valid. Gotta keep some in your cup when you pour into others, it's really a challenge. If I come tell you the truth, know it just cause I love you, it ain't out of malice. Man, that shit like a talent. Lately my karma been catching me up. Mess that we kept but just swept under rugs. Please don't come tell me I'm better because I keep on feeling I'm never enough. Especially cause I keep dealing with this little war that I got in my head and I'm stuck. Especially cause I got people around me I know deep inside that I never could trust. Never could trust. I don't wanna go no more. I keep wearing my feelings, I can't be exposed no more. I didn't walk with this weight, no I really can't hold no more. Hope this shit get delayed, I ain't tryna grow no more. No, I ain't tryna, yeah.
Two sides to the coin, it's a toxic love. to the corn, it's a toxic love.
Well, suffice to say that unfortunately, there's still a lot of toxicity going on in our relationships. You know what I mean? And these is young people's though. You know, they just talking about some of the crazy stuff going on in their life. I don't know if it's baby mama drama as we call it, but now they call it toxic love. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, a lot of people they stay locked in on it. You know what I'm saying? They think that that's the way it's supposed to be, but even the Bible say it's better to live on the corner of a roof than to live in a house with a toxic, I'm gonna say spouse. It says toxic wife, but I'm gonna say spouse. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you got a significant other and the situation is toxic, you know, I used that term a very long time ago. You know what I mean? So for it to be, I mean, I should have, was it copyrighted? I should have, yeah, copyrighted that term a long time ago. I'd be getting rich off of it now, but, you know, I thought the beat was cool. The beat was knocking. I give it an 8.5. If you don't agree, it's because you ain't got no bass going on or something like that. If you're in your car on a road trip, perfect for you to listen to. I already talked about truck drivers. You got to have some good headphones to really hear that bass beeping like that. And again, as for me, I have a concert going on over here. So yeah, it sounds good. You know what I mean? I'm able to hear it. The lyrics, I gave a 9.0 though. You know what I mean? These little youngsters, I don't know how old he is really, but, you know, the first one was, you know, he just was describing the situation. But when Boogie, whoever the second one was, I'm assuming it was Boogie because his name is listed second, and you know, never know nowadays. But when he said you got to keep something in your cup if you're constantly pouring out, I felt that. I don't know if he's been listening to somebody who's mentoring him in the right direction or if he learned it on his own, but 100, you know what I mean? That's 100% correct. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was feeling that. Speaking of mentoring somebody, this next song right here, we finna go ahead and hop into it. It's by a cat named Stunnaman02, and it dropped on Father's Day and appropriately called Fathers. Let's go ahead and see what Stunnaman howling about.
Single father. Stand up, all the fathers.
I'm serious, Jazz. You made this?
For the father. Father, Father, all the fathers. God bless us all, Holy Father. Taking care of their sons and their daughters. This for the husbands and the single father.
Constantly overworked, heavily underpaid. No PTO, never take off a day. You do it when it's needed, never on no delay. You would go without just so you could make a way. Always figure it out, always gonna make a way. Always carry the burden, always carry the weight. Always give it your best, even when you're not okay. For those who living through it, it's one thing I gotta say.
This is for my fathers, taking care of their daughters. Much respect to the mothers, trying to make it to tomorrow. Hey, this is for my fathers, taking care of their daughters. Much respect to the mothers, trying to make it to tomorrow. Hey, this
for you, pops. Navigated, made it out. You made the decisions, took the options and waited out. You wasn't always right, but when you was facing doubt, can I ask you something? How you still open up when you been so scarred? How you still show love in a world so hard? This for all my folks locked behind bars, feel close on the phone, but you still so far. Why? You my baby girl, cause you whine like one. Wait, why they call me daddy? Cause I grind like one. Thank God for you, why? Cause our mind like one. You said why I call you son? Cause you shine like one. Hey, it's crazy cause the day ain't even lit without you. Forget about you, really we couldn't even live without you. I know some people, they like to talk shit about you, but that's only when they see how hard it is without you.
This is for my fathers,
thank you, Dad, we appreciate
your daughters.
Thank you, pops, grandpops, all the men in our life,
trying to make it to tomorrow.
all the women too, but this one for our
fathers,
all the mentors, all the people who showed us right from wrong, all the people who helped us out when we didn't have it. No success without success. Yeah.
This is for.
Alright, this part of the song, we're gonna do something unconventional, because being a father, being a guardian, being a parent is very unconventional. So even if this not your life, I want you to do something with me. I'ma say something, and you gonna say yes I am. And even if it don't apply to you, I still want you to say it, so we can speak it into existence. Come on. Hey, if you there for your kids, say, yes I am. Make a great place to live, say, yes I am. Building them up so they can win, say, yes I am. Hey, a great guardian, say, yes I am. Every day you gon' make it, say, yes I am. On the road to be your greatest, say, yes I am. Stay focused, stay patient, say, yes I am. All you appreciate it, say, yes I am.
This is for my fathers, taking care of their daughters.
Always on her head.
Much respect to the mothers,
Who could always make it last.
trying to make it to tomorrow.
Who was always looking out.
Hey, this is for my fathers,
This is for the father.
taking care of their daughters.
Where the girl
Much
dad.
respect to the mothers,
And we love you,
trying to make it to
mom,
tomorrow.
son, daughter. But we really love our fathers. All the grandfathers. Really love the guardians. Who really took us farther. Shout out to the Holy Father, who was always looking on us, who was always breathing on us, who was always giving blessings. Hey, this one for the fathers who moved on from us, who are no longer with us, but we know still love us. This is for the fathers.
Let me say this. With a name like Stunnaman02, maybe he was born in 02, I would not have thought that I would get a song like that. You know, that's why we can't judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? You can't go off the name like in the old school days. You know, back in the day, the name meant something. Now, you know, I'm talking about Israel, you know, whatever. They would say, well, my name in African means this, that, and the other. That song though, that song was dope. I got to get a 10 on the flow just because of the message. You understand what I'm saying? Just because of the message. It's the antithesis of toxic love, right? Or actually, a lot of times it's the brother's story when they dealt with toxic love. You know what I mean? They're trying to do the right thing by families. And I'm not saying that the women are doing them wrong, but I'm just saying, speaking from experience, that just because he wasn't a good significant other with his spouse, don't mean he had a good father. How about that? All right. So as a matter of fact, this gives me the opportunity to plug my new podcast in, or new channel. It's called Righteous Run. So make sure, please, sir, please, ma'am, go to Righteous Run, type it in the search, and check the channel and subscribe. Subscribe today, because I talk about real life dilemmas and everything else. So if you want to hear my story about fatherhood, which is the best hood I've ever been a part of, and my story is about toxic love and everything and stuff that I've dealt with, well, I got stories for days because I've been living for a long time. So make sure that you check out that channel. I didn't even think I was going to do that, but here we go. This is a perfect opportunity. Just launched it on Father's Day. And shout out to my two sons, whom I love very, very much. You know what I mean? They're 26 and 32 years old, respectively. Raised the oldest one and joint custody of the second one. So I felt the song all the way through. And the beat was beating it as well. So I gave you a 9.0 on that one. Man, shout out to Mysterious Games, whoever that is. Shout out to both of y'all for that song. The culture needed that song. So speaking of the culture, I got one that y'all missed out on now. I talk about for the year 2024. The best song of the year was called See Me Rich by Redman. He dropped the album as well. The album didn't perform in my estimation as most people thought. But if you know it, that's why hip hop is an art form, right? Some people appreciate certain art forms more than others. But that song, See Me Rich, was the best song of 2024, not made by Kendrick Lamar. Hands down, that was Kendrick Lamar's year. You know what I mean? From Euphoria to Not Like Us to the album GNX. Kendrick Lamar had it locked down, period, point blank. Well. On the same day that GNX dropped, Ice Cube dropped his album. And he dropped a song that was probably the second best song of the year, not made by Kendrick Lamar. And matter of fact, it could be. But if it's a 1 and 1A, you be the judge. You decide which song was better. But I got to close out because I want to do 5 songs, so I'm going to give y'all a special one. And E-40's mentioned on here again. 40 been busy with it, huh? Short's been busy too. Make sure you check out his album, Freaky Tales. Sir Too Short, Freaky Tales, Volume 1. Make sure you check out that album. Snoop has dropped another album. I reviewed his first album, Missionary, that came out last year, produced by Dr. Dre in December of last year. Pretty good album, stellar effort. You know, not what we expected from Snoop and Dr. Dre, waiting as long as we've been waiting. But they say the next album was pretty good too, so I get a chance to listen to that. And there's one voice I'm missing there. Oh, and Cube. Cube had the album of the year. If you haven't heard it yet, go back and listen to that album. We're going to deal with this song right here. This is called Sanctified, featuring the lyrics, the singer extraordinaire sounds just like Marvin Gaye. Very appropriate for this song. Sanctified is Ice Cube featuring Mountain Westmore and, of course, October London. Here we go.
Yeah, I got it from the Bay. I like to make good girls do bad things. And I like to take a bad girl to a ballroom banquet, like an upscale brunch or something, you know? Just to see what she gon' do.
Nasty or nice, put it on ice. It don't matter, what's your vice? Take my advice, cut me a slice. 7 or 11 when you roll these dice. You can hit it once, you can hit it twice. Make your ass yell, Jesus Christ. Middle of the day, middle of the night. It don't matter, time of your life. From a church girl to the worst girl. I like a classy chick with some nasty tricks. So lit when the ass is thick. I'm well equipped, that's no bullshit. Well, it's apparent I'ma meet the parents. Check out my new inheritance. Met her daddy in the basement. What up, Pops? I'm your new replacement.
Some girls do, some girls don't. Some girls will, some girls won't. Some say yes, some say no. Some say stop, some say go.
Come on. Maybe last night or maybe last week, she was eating meat in my Las Vegas suite. I like all mouth, bitch, no teeth. Had to slow her down. Beat, beat, beat. No, 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 bitch, that ain't how it go, bitch. Hit the stroll, bitch, make a nigga more rich. Suck it up, only using your lips. No hands, get your pants. Time to go, I got some plans. Kiss goodbye, not a chance. Wanna come back, bring a lot of friends. I can sit back and watch them all dance. Then pick a couple out and take them to the back. Smoke a little weed with them, we can make it crack. At first she wasn't with it, and then we did it, and we did it, and we did it, and we did it.
Some girls do, some girls don't. Some girls will, some girls won't. Some say yes, some say no. Some say stop, some say go. Some girls cheat, some girls lie, some girls street, some girls cry, some like her, some like him, some like that, some like them.
Lord have mercy, she calipishi and curvy. Her breast it up and they perky, make like a baby, she nursed me. I'm tipsy, I'm swervy, I got a woody, I'm right. I'm off this mango moscato, probably can go all night. Sees candy be coming in handy, roses and ribbons. When you out there fucking up, ask it for forgiving. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'll probably be a P if I was not this good at rapping. Exclusive game in Georgia, that's my custom designer. Gave it up like a printer, or should I say like a binder. This fixture here ain't nowhere near no 4 blocks, bitch, I'm worldwide. She loving on me, she know I'm a factor and she sanctified.
Some girls do, some girls don't. Some girls will, some girls won't. No, no, no. Some say yes, some say no. Some say stop, some say go.
She's a bigger player than me. Everywhere we go and everywhere we be, it's no rules. But when we all alone, we some fools. Fuck her in her dress and her shoes. Didn't make it past the living room. We fucking on the floor, that's what we doing. We never made it to the bed. Cause all the way home, she was giving me head.
Some girls do, some girls don't. Some girls will, some girls won't. Some say yes, some say no. Some say stop, some say go. Some girls cheat, some girls lie, some girls street, some girls cry, some like her, some like him, some like that, some like them.
Yeah, she want Too Short. She want Ice Cube, E-40, Snoop Dogg. 4 the best to ever do it. The best. Mount Westmore. Say it again.
I honestly don't know how y'all felt about that one, but to me, one of the top songs of the year. You know what I mean? Cube, and we need a video. We need a video. First of all, here's my thing. Here's my reaction to it. This is where I first felt when I heard it. Finally, somebody sampled one of my favorite songs by Marvin Gaye. One of my favorite songs by Marvin. On that song, he spat so much game back in 84, this song came out not long after he passed away. He got killed April 1st of 1984. And, you know, he was one of the first artists that had an album drop after he passed away, a la Tupac and so many more. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to the greats. You understand what I'm saying? But on that song, though, Marvin say, some say yes, some say no, and some say stop, some say go. Just about everything that October was saying on that, Marvin said it in 1984, still relevant to this day. That's why we love artists like Tupac. That's why we love artists like even Ice Cube. Snoop too has said some relevant stuff, and of course E-40. Keep himself relevant, not irrelevant, but relevant. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's one of them ones right there. That's one of them ones right there. 10 out of 10 on the beat. They took the same beat, made it as good. I personally would have had the break beat of Marvin Gaye. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna make a remix for it, y'all. I think I might need to make a remix and possibly even a lyric video. That'd be dope. That would actually be dope. A DJ Ron remix, so y'all get a chance to see little stuff that I'm able to do. I'm gonna pray about that one though before I put it up there. Again, a beat immaculate though. You know, they did their thing with that. But then you get to the flows, and each one of them has something to say. You know what I mean? Now, Cube come through talking about a new replacement and everything else. Got to realize he's a husband. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way he think. That's his rationale. The way he said it was something special. Like, you know what I mean? Pops, I'm the boss of her life now though. You know what I mean? So that was cool. Snoop just talking his talk from a pimp's perspective though. You know what I'm saying? Not that I condone or, you know what I mean, or whatnot, you know what I mean? But when it comes to the flow is proven. He's been talking the same talk for 30 plus years. And quite frankly, it was immaculate. You know what I mean? Snoop said something though, you know what I mean? He said something. Then you had E-40 just go straight crazy on there. He spazzed out on that one. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. And then the legend himself, Short Dog, comes in on the rear, cleans it up just like he did on Sky's the Limit. Just to be able to just close out the song. And he's not known as one of the best lyricists, but he's a lyricist nevertheless, and he always has something to say. Once again, if you have not heard Too Short's latest album, it's one of his best albums in a very long time. One of his best albums, period, in a career where he got close to 30 albums. Go check out Sir Too Short. Check out this Ice Cube album. And, you know, if y'all want me to do a reaction analysis, we check out Snoop's album. I'll go back and visit that. And we're waiting for it. I know he about to drop something because he's been having a couple of songs. Last couple of weeks, he got a new song out. You know what I'm saying? So check out him and Jason Martin, also known as Problem. But I want to know how y'all feel about these songs. You know what I mean? How do you rank them? You know what I mean? Talk to me. I'll talk back to you. You know what I mean? Let's get in these comments. Let's say what we got to say. You know what I mean? And of course, don't forget to make some requests for next week's episode of DJ Ron's Reaction Analysis. Take care, and as always, God bless. Oh, don't forget to